This just... I don't even know. When there was around 3 minutes left, because I just can't watch the rest of it. I'm up here while the game is still being played, which happens very rarely. Like, they have to be playing terribly for me to do this. But when I checked, we had 5 points in the whole fourth quarter. 5 in a whole quarter of basketball. 5. 5 points. And this kind of frustrates me. You want to know the person who said the Pacers should have drafted Jordan Nwora, did a scouting report on Jordan Nwora, said he was a good scorer? Me. I said that. I do know that he was drafted before the Pacers pick. But with the way he's playing, he's the type of guy that in the second round you trade up for him. Trade your second rounder and another second rounder, get up to the Bucks pick and take him. Like, do something to get him. He was a standout at Louisville. Why wouldn't you try and get him? No, we drafted Cassius Stanley, who is not even on the team anymore, and I think he's on the Pistons G League team right now, last time I checked. We need someone who can produce from anywhere. I thought LeVert was gonna be that guy. I thought he was gonna be, because he was last year, where he could make shots inside, mid range, on the perimeter. You know, he could just make anything. I mean, maybe when we get T.J. Warren back, it'll be different. So, since they're not gonna make any trades now, we have enough time to see what this team's going to be like with TJ. But if TJ comes back and we still don't have a closer, how in Herb Simon's right mind does he think that there is nothing wrong with this team? Does he watch the games? Does Herb Simon actually sit down and watch these basketball games that we play? Or is he just out drinking on his yacht? Well, actually, it's too cold to be on the yacht. He's just drinking in his mansion. A nice little wine cup, wine glass. That's the word I was looking for. Wine glass. His feet up on a foot stand. I don't have one, so I'm gonna do this, I guess. Just sipping away. Oh yeah, I remember I remember. I own a basketball team. That's kind of cool. Just probably not even watching these games, because if he was watching these games, I don't know how he could think that no moves need to be made. How can you watch this time and time again and think that there are no moves that need to be made? What crack are you smoking? Because I want some of it. That is some good stuff. I'll pay top dollar for that. Like, I don't even understand. But you know what? It's fine. We're sucking. We're going to get a good draft pick. We're going to draft someone good. Maybe even Jaden Ivey. Who frickin' knows at this point? Everything's out of whack. I don't understand. We have the Pistons tomorrow. We better beat them. This sucks. Why? Why do they do this to me? Why do they do this to the whole fan base? Herb Simon wonders and asks himself, why have fans been consistently losing interest since Victor Oladipo brought energy and all that? Because you don't have anybody like that. You don't have a team like that. You don't have anybody on this team who inspires anything. Maybe Miles, but he's kind of lost it these past few games. You don't have a Victor Oladipo, a Paul George, a Reggie Miller, a George McGinnis. Like, throwing it way back to ABA. George McGinnis freaking averaging like 28 points a game. You don't have these guys that appeal to the fans, the hardworking people, the working class citizens of Indiana. You don't have anybody that inspires anything. You don't have anybody that like a casual fan can watch and just be enthralled with how they play basketball. That's what Reggie did. That's what prime Paul George did. That's what prime Victor Oladipo did. They made you like, even if you didn't like basketball that much, you just had to sit down and watch it and just appreciate what you were seeing. It was poetry in motion. It was beautiful. Everything moved and worked like it was all pieces in a machine. It was ran great. And then you have whatever this is. There's no definitive star. Some people try to argue Sabonis, but he isn't really like that. You have your leader in Malcolm Brogdon, which I'm not arguing that he's a bad leader off the court, but on the court, he doesn't inspire much. LeVert was having good games, but he still hasn't been up to last year. Duarte's looking like he's good, but he's still a rookie. He's inconsistent, just like all rookies, really. Like, give him a few more years and he's going to be consistently hitting some of those corner threes that we saw him miss. But right now, he's still inconsistent. He's still a rookie. Justin Holiday came back and didn't really do much. Mr. Consistency wasn't very consistent. Even O'Shea had a bad game. O'Shea Brissett, the guy who barely ever has bad games, had a bad game. Keelan Martin had a bad game. Probably the guy that had the best game was Brad Wanamaker. Brad frickin' Wanamaker. The guy that makes the WNBA point guards look competent. The ones that are missing wide open layups. Brad Wanamaker makes them look like frickin' Magic Johnson. Or John Stockton. He makes it look like they have elite ball handling and court vision and everything that you want in a point guard. He's the guy that had your best game tonight, efficiency-wise. Brad Wanamaker. Oh my goodness. Finals week. On finals week of all weeks. I have finals tomorrow and Friday. And this is supposed to be my way to forget about all that, which it is doing, but nothing about this team inspires anything great. And you can get, if you're a very bland, non-entertaining team and you're winning games, that's different. But this is a bland, non-entertaining team that is not winning games. The one thing that you can have that lets you get away with being uninspiring, you don't do. You don't win games. And you always lose them in the most crushing ways humanly possible. You get our hopes up so high. And then just crush them. Every single game. I don't know. I don't know at this point. See you guys next time. As always, I'm not funny, and for those of you who've been having finals just like me, It's tough out there. Yeah, we're gonna get through it. Winter break, only few more days. Just gotta get through it. Just put our heads down, frickin' work. You know, when you're having a tough time, just do what I do. Think back to a good sporting moment. You know, for me, Victor Oladipo hitting game winners on a nightly, Kyle Larson winning the NASCAR championship. Um, the Colts coming back down from 0-5 record and making the playoffs, beating the Bills this year. That was a highlight. Winning on Sunday Night Football. Maurice Sider existing. Spencer Torkelson existing. Just stuff like that. Think about that type of stuff. You'll get through finals week quicker than you know it. I'll see you guys next time.
Just got unlucky on a few plays tonight. You know, one of those plays, I thought he was standing still, but he just hit the shit out of that one guy, and the guy went flying. They blew the whistle, and they called it on him.